Okay, this is about attempt number 6 is what I'm trying to do here. What I am going to do is replace the recoil rope on my Mercury 20 horsepower model 200. It's a 1974 version. Notice there's no rope hanging out here, so I'm hoping to be fairly simple. It's going to be a little time consuming, but fairly simple. So let's get started. Cover off. Undo these. Now we need to get the top cover here. This is going to be a 1/2 inch. You have 2 here, one here up front, one on this side, and one right back here beside the spark plugs. Now I've already pre-loosened everything because, like I said, this is about attempt number 6 at this or something, so I've already pre-loosened it. The meat and potatoes of it I haven't done, just this part right here. Okay, take this off, just lift it straight up. Now, don't put that too far away because you'll need that in a minute. This is what we're after right here, the recoil unit. It is held in also by 3 bolts. 1, 2, and 3 way back here beside the coil. The one beside the coil is a 1/2 inch. And you'll notice that this one has a little ground wire going to it. You want to make sure you don't mess that up. So just take it out with it. Take your bolt, throw it over here. These others 2 are 7/16. This one here, you'll need an open end wrench because box end stuff just doesn't really fit very well. So take that out. And one more over here. This one's kind of nice because the housing holds the bolt, so all you have to do is the nut. It's kind of nice. Okay. And take that guy out. Yes, there are mosquitoes out here, yes. Okay. You'll notice that though these 2 bolts are similar, one is definitely longer than the other one. This one, the longer one, goes over here. Then we're going to take this off. The rope is already out, everything like that, so we're good. I'm hoping I've rebuilt this correctly because that's part of one of the other ones I've done. I'll take your rope. The rope itself is only $5.25. The handle here, on the other hand, is quite expensive. Let's see here. I bet I buried it. Yes, I did. There we go. The plastic part is $10. The inside part, which I am now removing to show you, is a whopping $17 for some reason. So together, the handle costs $27. And the cord's only 5, so kind of makes you wonder. Luckily, I had my old cord here. I mean, my old handle. If I can get this out, I will definitely show you how to do this. There we go. basically, with your rope, I took the end, ran it right through the hole, up through this one, pulled it out enough, and I started right over here on this end, where the end of it is. And I just followed the map around and made sure I got it tight. We shoved it back in there, make sure it's good and tight, and there you go. Now, all we need to do is run this through here. Run this through the hole on the top cover where it's going to come out naturally. Okay, that's the easy part. On here, you'll notice there's a pulley, and on here, on the wheel itself, there's actually a little groove for the rope to come through, and a place right here for it to catch onto. Before we do that, we have to take the spring and tighten it. That's the fun part. Aren't we excited? This will take a while, and you will get tired. I was just using a screwdriver, but I decided to try to see if I can use a C-clamp in here as well. So when I get tired, I can keep right on doing what I need to do. So I'm going to tighten up the C-clamp first, get it at least somewhat close. Not sure if you can even see that in the camera. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Move the camera some so maybe you can see this. Basically just going to tighten the You don't want this totally tight because you got to rotate this. You just want it to where it's not going to fall off here, and you can tighten it pretty quick when you get tired. That's not going anywhere, and it shouldn't be in my way. Take your screwdriver. It's like an old rotary phone. See how it turns? Exactly what you want, except you do have to make it to where it doesn't turn yet. As I said, you will get tired doing this. I'm tired already. But what you want to do is line up this and this with your pulley hole. Didn't know how much more of this I can do, honestly. But we shall soon find out. Like I said, you will get tired doing this. I'm not sure exactly how tight you want this, but I'm going for broke with it. If I can just get that over there, I think I'll be doing good. It's not easy though. And there might be better ways of doing this. If you have one, great. As for me, I don't know of one yet. Okay, well, I can't quite get it there, I don't believe. So I'm going to undo it half a turn. Get it there just like that. Then I'm going to tighten this guy up on here so I don't have to sit here and hold this. There we go. There we go. Now I'm good. Alright then. And you see your pulley up here. When you pull this, you want it on this side of your pulley. So we're going to take this rope now and feed it through. And it went right where it's supposed to, so that's great. Some needle nose pliers here if you have them, which I happen to. And instead of using the little pin that they gave me that goes through the rope, you can see that little pin that goes through the rope, I haven't had much luck with that. I'm just going to tie a knot in here and go on. I think that'll work a lot better for me. Yeah, that's going to work a lot better for me. Okay. I pulled it tight. I'm going to take that, cut off some of that excess. I'm sure people will recommend burning that. I don't have a lighter with me, so I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to loosen this up now that we have that on there. And voila, you are now loaded with your rope. Take your C-clamp off eventually. There we go. Put that over there. Take this guy. Put it back up here. Make sure your holes are lined up. Little washer here, make sure it's also lined up. And bolts, perhaps. Alright then, that one's in there. Okay, once again, 7/16. But I don't need this on this one, do I? I'll get the rest of these in here before I actually tighten it up. Get this little guy back here in the back. And once again, that one is a 1/2 inch. Make sure you connect the wire back. Way over here on this side. Well, it helps if you get the 7/16 inch wrench over here that you might need. said, I am not a mechanic, so don't get on to me for my mechanicking skills here. That one's good and tight. Make sure this one's tight now. Okay, now we got some kind of knot going on here that I did not realize earlier. Okay, more of a twist than a knot. Okay, make sure this one back here is good and tight. There we go. Now, put the cover back on here. Well, that'll get there in a minute. You have these 3 bolts you got to just line up on these. For some reason the back one's the hardest. There we go. Get your nuts. Half-inch socket. Doing good so far. Yes, I am sweating. It's Texas in August, so it's hot. Okay, for now I'm not going to put all the covers back on here. We're just going to give it a whirl and see if it works. Yeah, the rope's out a little bit, but well, didn't recoil correctly. There we go. Might need to spray some lubricant in there. There we go. And there it is, all together. Very simple. Have a good evening.